a successful transplant surgeon, husband, father, and grandfather. Who is Dr. Francisco Salas III? How did he lead the Bicol Medical Center since his unexpected stepping up as its 14th medical center chief and during the worst health crisis, the COVID-19 pandemic? This video is more than a tribute. This is a chronicle of a man who was used to working for others until he embodied his kind of leadership, man for others. October 23, 1956, Dr. Francisco Salas III was born in Naga City, specifically in Camarines Sur Provincial Hospital, the former name of the Bicol Medical Center. Yes, you can say that Dr. Kiko Salas has been a product of BMC since birth, since 1956. He is the son of Francisco Salas I and his mother Carmen Manalo de Jesus Salas. While his father was an engineer based in Calabanga, Camarines Sur, he followed his grandfather's footsteps of becoming a medical doctor.
Kaya ako nag-medicine eh. Purpose, gusto mong tumulong. O doktor, lolo ko doktor. Alam mo kaya ako sa lolo ko. So very fulfilling naman talaga yung doktor. Pag nakita mong napaparahay mo ang pasyente,
After finishing his general surgery training at Jose Reyes Memorial Medical Center, Manila in 1991, Dr. Salas returned to Naga City to practice as a young consultant. BMC then was called the Bicol Regional Training and Teaching Hospital. Eventually, he became the chair of the Department of Surgery. In his 17th year of service in the hospital, Dr. Salas served as the executive assistant of then Medical Center Chief or MCC, Dr. Ruben Peñafiel. Dr. Salas never thought of vying to become BMC's MCC.
Definitely hindi. Kasi wala naman sa plano ko yung talagang go up to the level ng Medical Center Chief 2. Mas gusto ko yung private eh. Hindi masyado magulo. Mas yung working from behind. Mas comfortable ako working from behind eh. Kasi I've worked behind three medical center chief. Parang chief of staff, ganun. From Dr. Eva, Dr. Esplana, and last si Dr. Peñafiel. Parati lang ako sa likod, pero para lang tulong.
In 2018, the hospital management faced a leadership crisis. Little did he know that at the age of 62, in the hospital where he was born 62 years ago, he will rise as its chief. Dr. Kiko Salas was forced to step up as the hospital's officer in charge. He had to unify and stabilize BMC as a hospital organization.
Ang kadipisilan siyempre ay sa mga tao, maalis ka sa mga tao, may style man din eh, empower mo lang sinda.
Your health, our mission. This is Dr. Salas' service philosophy for the hospital. Even as OIC Medical Center Chief, his driving force was to provide highly specialized patient care while ensuring that every hospital staff had an opportunity to thrive. Part of his main agenda was to make the new infrastructure projects of BMC operational, projects that were funded by the Filipino people. In his first year in office, with the help of the team he created, BMC was able to inaugurate the Regional Cancer Center and operationalize the 5-story new ER building and the first 6 floors of the 8-story General Wards building. He said this several times, including in this interview. Making the new BMC buildings operational, especially the 8-story General Ward, is timely and providential.
Timing, ngunyan ko na-realize, ining pagpagana kang building, may purpose. Kasi itong COVID, kung maduman ka sa lumang building may, grabe duman, may distancing duman, durukutan, fully congested. Kasi ang capacity may is almost 200% more. From a bed capacity of 500, nagwa 1,000 plus kami. Timing si pag-transfer, kung ma-rounds ka sa taas, may distancing na, rarayo. Very comfortable ang pasyente. sa CR ninda, itong CR naman, iba nagagarana, pero digdi, malinig pa. Kung dumang kami sa lumang building, aray yung maray, pati ang emergency room congested duman, kung mahiling mo ang bagong emergency room sa baba, magayon din, haluag na maray. So, ang chance ng infection is, hindi ko naman sabing mayo, kasi may risk is less, very less.
If you see Dr. Salas in BMC, there might be a great possibility that you will find him walking on his toes, making rounds from one building to another. According to his staff, he only sits in his office for document signing, and then off he goes, making his hospital rounds again. Some call him the walking MCC. In Bicol, there is a saying, habo maistoryahan. That is Dr. Salas. He is the MCC who wants to be always on the ground so that he may immediately know the problem and help in providing a solution. And since the pandemic started in March of 2020, he never takes a weekend off or vacation leave for personal reasons, which you can directly ask him. For some, they believe it is to ensure that by Monday, during the weekly executive committee meeting, no problem can shock him or leave him stunned. He's only not around when he goes to Manila to ask for more funds for the hospital. No one can put a good man down, not even a pandemic. When the first COVID-19 surge happened last June and the hospital lacked the high-flow cannula oxygen, Dr. Salas wrote letters of requests to different government agencies, even foreign embassies. He may not have a public social media account, but his communication line is always open, especially when major decisions have to be made. He is quick to listen, and he listens well. Despite his busy schedule, he also makes an effort to have small chats to the staff of all ranks and positions. Just a few months after Doc Kiko stepped into the MCC position, the Department of Health encouraged its retained hospitals like BMC to embrace the Performance Governance System or PGS. After the boot camp, the strategic planning, and the pre-revalida, Doc Salas had to represent the whole BMC before the PGS panel. Here's one of the things that people may not know of Dr. Salas. He is a calm and highly talented surgeon. However, giving a speech or facing the public is a different story. And yet, he managed to overcome his stage fright during the PGS Revalida in Manila. In fact, he emerged as one of the eloquent and spontaneous presenters. And that day, BMC bagged the PGS initiation status with the Gold Trailblazer Award. The passing of the new BMC law, Republic Act 11478 on July 1st of 2020 will be always tied to Dr. Salas' leadership. From 500 bed, the Philippine government granted our hospital to have 1,000 beds. RA 11478 is not merely a law. Now, it has a corresponding budget and an additional personnel complement. And on his second public revalida, although online, Dr. Salas exuded confidence and competence, knowing that he had a whole team on his back. Once again, BMC was given the Gold Trailblazer Award for its PGS compliance status. Your humility humbles us. Your competence inspires us to be excellent. And your desire to make good governance a way of life motivates us to continue your desire for BMC, to provide the hashtag for better medical care. Quoting one of world's history's best leaders, Winston Churchill, "Now is not the end. It is not even the beginning of the end, but it is perhaps the end of the beginning." Dr. Kiko, Dr. Francisco Salas III, our Medical Center Chief 2, hats off to your retirement. Diyos mabalos po.